Weddings are supposed to be the happiest day of a couple's life, but sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. From wardrobe malfunctions to awkward moments, wedding fails can be both cringe-worthy and downright hilarious. Here's a list of the top 10 most hilarious wedding fails that left everyone laughing. 1. The Missing Ringbearer. During one wedding, the little ringbearer was supposed to walk down the aisle with the rings. However, he was so distracted by the guests and the commotion that he completely forgot to bring the rings with him. The whole crowd watched as the nervous father had to rush back to the back of the church and grab them at the last minute. 2. The I do mix-up. At one wedding, the groom, in his excitement, accidentally said, "I don't," instead of "I do," when the time came. The room went silent for a split second, before everyone burst into laughter. Thankfully, the couple had a good sense of humor and everyone moved past the funny slip-up. 3. The cake disaster. A wedding cake is supposed to be a beautiful centerpiece, but at one wedding, the entire cake collapsed before it could be cut. The bride and groom were in shock, but the guests found it hilarious and made the best of it by eating cake straight off the table. 4. The Bridesmaid Dress debacle. In a wedding where all the bridesmaids wore matching dresses, one of them accidentally wore a completely different shade of pink. The bride tried to keep her composure, but the mismatched dress became the joke of the night, especially when the bridesmaid didn't realize until the reception. 5. The Uninvited Guest. At one wedding, a random person showed up and tried to blend in as if they were part of the guest list. After a while, someone noticed and had to politely ask the stranger to leave. The whole situation was awkward but also strangely funny as the uninvited guest seemed completely oblivious. 6. The First Dance Fumble. During the couple's first dance, the groom accidentally stepped on the bride's dress, causing her to trip and almost fall. She managed to stay upright, but they both stumbled around the dance floor, laughing at the chaos. It turned out to be a memorable, and funny, moment for everyone watching. 7. The Officiant's Slip. The officiant, in a moment of nerves, mispronounced the bride's name, calling her by the name of someone else entirely. The couple tried to keep straight faces, but the guests couldn't hold in their laughter. After a brief correction, the ceremony continued. 8. The Drunk Best Man. The best man was supposed to deliver a heartfelt speech, but instead, he went off script and started telling embarrassing stories about the groom from their teenage years. His tipsy rambling left the guests in stitches, though it wasn't exactly what the bride had in mind for the evening's speeches. 9. The Flower Girl Meltdown. The flower girl had a complete meltdown as soon as she stepped out onto the aisle. Instead of tossing flowers, she cried the entire way down, creating an unintentional comedy moment. The bride and groom tried not to laugh, but it became an adorable moment of wedding chaos. 10. The Vow Mishap. During the vows, the bride accidentally read her lines in the wrong order, completely mixing up the traditional words. Rather than being embarrassed, the couple laughed it off, and the guests joined in, making it a humorous moment rather than an awkward one. Weddings are full of moments that can go wrong, but often those mistakes are what make the day even more memorable. Whether it's a funny slip-up or an unexpected surprise, these wedding fails show that laughter can be the best part of any celebration.